Hey folks, this is a quick demonstration of the Omnistrate platform, and we wanted to quickly show you how easy it is to get started, with setting up of a RayCluster service, and how you can, demonstrate this with all you need is basically just a simple Docker compose, or even just a specification with your Docker images and nothing else, and we will be able to take it from there and then offer it as a SaaS service. And so, just as a quick breakdown, so this is our specification file, which is based on top of course, the compose spec. And so we have certain extensions that allow you to build your SaaS service and model this on top of Omnistrate. And so as a quick overview, what we do is in this particular case, we've got a number of these, a number of components for the RayCluster. So the RayCluster itself is more of like an overlapping or enveloping service. And so that depends on three separate independent components. So which is the Ray head node, which is of course where the dashboard and the coordination of course happens, as you folks know. And then there is of course a Ray worker, which is primarily for CPU workloads, and a Ray GPU worker, which is primarily for GPU workloads. So all of these are, again, there are further extensions that allow you to make this self-serve for your customers. So if someone actually has to deploy, they can deploy this on their own and in their own account. The service is now set up. Let's quickly take it for a spin. As you can see, the Ray service is, this is your admin portal, where you can actually quickly get an overview of all of the different services you're currently running. Let's dive deeper into the customer portal now that we've set up for your customers to self-serve and drive the deployment of this cluster. We have a number of other services that obviously show up right here, but just to quickly show you, as you can see, customers are presented with a view where they can onboard the cloud account of their choice. So we'll use the same thing, and we will onboard one for the Ray service. So let's subscribe, let's choose AWS, specify the AWS account. And so at the moment, what's happening is basically our platform will wait for your customers to grant your control plane, the one that we generate in your account, permissions to be able to deploy and manage their clusters remotely. And all of this, by the way, as I mentioned, the trust policy is between you and your customers. The account is already set up in this particular case, so I'm going to skip, but it's just a matter of deploying the cloud formation W. Excellent, and you'll see it flips to ready. Perfect. Now let's try deploying a cluster, a RayCluster. Okay, let's check on the cluster deployment. All right, perfect. As you can see, the cluster is now running. Let's take a look at the cluster topology quickly. As you can see, we automatically provision a load balancer, which also does the DLS termination. So this is a familiar dashboard from the Ray service. And then if we open the cluster topology, you have the head service, as we mentioned, the CPU worker, and then the GPU worker, as you can see, has a specific amount of GPU Tesla P4 assigned to it, and 16 GB of VRAM. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how easy it is for you to quickly get started on top of Omnistrate, and this also working across clouds, across regions, across customer accounts, making it also fully self-serve, as you can see.